Okay, so now we're on the back. Let's take a look at number 4 here. And again, it says find x. Those are the directions. Now let's see. X this time is an arc measure. X is your big arc. 63 is your little arc. The outside angle is 47. When you set up this equation here, it's the angle measure, 47 equals the big arc minus the little arc divided by 2. Now, when you solve this, we need to move the 2 first. One thing you can do here is you can put this over 1. Okay, think of this as a proportion. And so when you cross multiply, you get x minus 63 equals 2 times 47, which is 94, plus 63 plus 63. And what we get, x equals 157 degrees. And that's the answer. So it doesn't matter what piece you have, whether it's the big arc, the little arc, or the angle itself, you set up the equation the same way every time. All right, number 5, I'm going to change this problem. Cross out 90 degrees. Yeah, I don't like the way this problem is set up. And let's also change, let's take this arc at the top here, and let's make that 200 degrees. Okay, so that's 200, here's x, and here's 70. Now we're looking for x. X is the small arc. That's the little arc. And then 200, which is actually connected to the x over here, 200 is your big arc. All right, so the angle measure is 70. Outside angle is big arc minus little arc divided by 2. So 70 equals 200 minus x divided by 2. Big arc minus little arc divided by 2. Let's put this over 1. Let's cross multiply. We get 200 minus x equals 140. 2 times 70 is 140. Minus 200. Minus 200. Now you get negative x equals negative 60. Now normally you get a negative answer. That doesn't make sense. But in this case, this is a negative 1x. We have to divide by negative 1. So that'll give us x equals positive 60. X equals 60. That is the solution. Number 6. Now 82 degrees is the angle measure. X is the little arc. We don't know the big arc. However, if I trace out the big arc, notice that if I put the big arc with the little arc, that's the whole circle. That takes up everything. We know all the arc measure of a circle is always 360. So whatever this is x. Whatever's left over is 360 minus x. If this was 100 degrees, the little arc, then the big arc would be 360 minus 100, which would be 260. So if this is x, the big arc is 360 minus x. All right, so if it's a central angle, it's the same. If it's on the circle, it's 1/2. If it's inside, then it's average. If the angle's on the outside, then it's big arc minus little over 2. The big arc is 360 minus x. The little arc is x. So I'm going to subtract these. I get 82 equals 360 minus 2x. I can combine that over 2. Let's make this a proportion. Put it over 1. Let's cross multiply. 1 times 360 minus 2x. I'm going to come up here to the top of this. I'm running out of space. So let's come up here. So we get 360 minus 2x equals 2 times 82 is 164. All right, now we got to solve. Minus 360. Minus 360. Now you got to be careful here. This is negative 2x equals, that's going to be negative 196. And then the last step here, we need to divide. Divide by negative 2. We get x equals 98. And that's positive. That makes sense. You should not get a negative angle measure. You can get a negative variable, but not a negative angle. So this is 98 degrees. There we go. We're good. All right, that was 6. Let's take a look at 7. Now we have a couple of review problems here at the bottom, 7, 8, and 9. So 7, x is this arc. The idea, though, or the main idea, is we need to know where the angle is. The angle is 95 degrees. That is somewhere inside. It's not a central angle. It's somewhere inside. Well, inside, if we go back to our chart, if we take the chart that we just did, and let me bring that back up here, inside angle is the average of the two arcs. We add the numbers and we divide by 2. So, the inside angle is 95 equals, you add the arcs. The arcs were x and 51. Divide by 2 because it's an average. How do we solve it? Well, let's put this over 1. Let's think of this as a proportion. 1 times x plus 51 equals 2 times 95, which is 190. Subtract 51, and we get our answer. X equals 139. Number 8. Find x. All right, x is the angle that is on the circle. If you go back to your chart, if the central angle is the same, on the circle is 1/2. Now the arc is 137, so x is 137 divided by 2. It's half of 137, and that's going to give us 68.5 degrees. And then the last example, number 9. X is the arc measure. 66 is the vertex, is the angle. Now the vertex is on the circle. On the circle is half of the arc. Now normally we would divide this by 2 to get the angle measure. Now we're working the other direction, so to go from the angle to the arc, we're going to double 66. We're going to multiply by 2, so x equals 132. And those are the end. That is the end of our examples. But to summarize what we've done here, okay, if you are trying to learn the song, if it's a central angle, it's the same. If it's on the circle, it's 1/2. If it's inside, then it's average. If the angle's on the outside, then it's big minus little over 2. If it's a central angle, it's the same. If it's on the circle, it's 1/2. If it's inside, then it's average. If the angle's on the outside, then it's big minus little over 2.